So I swore I would not do Shedeur saying this film. It's not because I don't like him. I just don't like some of the internet fans. It's a big point on why I started this little micro channel, is where I could talk about what's really going on and not try to make up a storyline, not have to think about hating or glazing, just football, you know what I'm saying? And whatever storylines actually exist, talk about that. And Shedeur became a symbol. For a lot of people, it's a symbol to argue with each other over. So talking about, instead of, again, talking about what's really going on. Additionally, I think there's a way to support and uplift people without having to suppress or shit on all the people around them. You know what I'm saying? Victimless supporting. You know what? Whatever God you worship, must have been at work today because somehow I'm sitting here with this film. So I saw the footage on Shedeur and Jeudy kind of going at it. First of all, that type of shit, it happens, but it also depends on how you were coached. Because you could have a receiver who was coached to be a leader, an example, who wouldn't just show out at the quarterback like that. Like from Pee-wee to high school to college, that's just not how they do things. And that's not how they were raised at home. You got receivers who play the game very emotionally, and that emotion sticks with them in the sideline, it sticks with them in the bathroom, it sticks with them everywhere. So those receivers, you might see them show their emotional feelings a little bit more. You might see them try to justify things with logic after the fact. But bottom line, like, if you've been around football, you've seen both, and you know which one Jeudy was in that moment. I don't really be following Jerry that much, so maybe that was a one-off. Maybe he's always like that. I don't know. But according to a few media outlets, they pointed to a play that happened in the first quarter as far as what they were arguing about on the tablet. Now, was that actually the play? I don't know. I don't know how the media outlets would know that unless they got like a 40K camera up in low Earth orbit and they were looking down on the argument or something. Maybe they just asked somebody, but it seemed like such a quick little situation, just a little do-do-do-do, and then and then the center comes in, breaks it up, and now it's over. So I think the fight is not really a big deal. It's not as a big deal as people are making it out to be, but it's all over the media. It's all over social media. And today I feel like raving attention, so I'm going to get on it too. So anyway, here's the play that media outlets are suggesting they were arguing about. So this was a third down. It was like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, something like that. Okay. So boom, ball snap. Here are the routes that you need to pay attention to. The receiver on the line, he runs this. And then Jerry, right behind here. This. So let me tell you about what my illustrations are talking about. So those are the routes that you need to pay attention to, not breaking down the whole play concept. So people were talking about, hey, was this ball catchable? Was it not catchable? I don't know. If you were like Garrett Wilson or something and you enjoy jumping 10 feet in the air, maybe you could have made a play to catch the ball. But other than that, it could have been way more catchable, but that's not the real issue here. This isn't the play design, because if you look at the spacing, the wide receiver spacing, how close one is to the other, they're too damn close. Like, they are not supposed to be that close. So did something wrong happen here? And if you look at the ball, Shedeur throws the ball, like, rather than leading him more to the outside, the direction he's already running, he throws something a little bit harder that might require Jerry to kind of flip his head around the other side. See what I'm saying? Like, it lands to the inside of him as far as the inside of the field. Now, is that a bad throw? Or it could be. If I'm Shedeur, maybe I don't want to throw them into each other because their spacing is like they're right on top of each other. So if I'm trying to throw at Jerry, I want to throw him a little bit away from the other guy just so that they don't bump into each other. That is a possibility, but this isn't even what the play was supposed to be. If you want to know when a ball is supposed to be thrown, just look at the quarterback drop. Granted, unless it's like a Hail Mary and he takes a 5-7 step drop and he still has to hang in there for another second or two. Snap of the ball, 1, 2, 3, and then like a weird 5. This is where the ball's supposed to be thrown because that's the top of the drop. Usually somewhere around the top of the drop is when the ball's supposed to be thrown. And this is what Jerry's probably mad at. You see the yellow circle, that's exactly when it gets open. It worked out. But Shedeur was looking left. So maybe Jerry's not the read. Maybe the real read isn't here. But if you look at the beginning of the play, ball snap, he takes his drop. Shedeur is looking to the right. So that tells me the first read is on that side. Now, maybe he saw, up to this moment, he thought this guy was going to take away Jerry, even though that didn't end up happening, because his back is turned to him. But Shedeur goes off of him, and Jerry's open right now. So this is about where the ball should have been thrown. That's probably Jerry's side of the story. Look, you should have thrown me the ball right here. Like, no funny shit. The way the play was designed, take your drop, boom, I'm open. Like, it didn't have to be this long drawn out thing where at this point you see the two arrows. The routes are running so long, they're about to run to the sideline, so they have to veer it up. They're veering it up, and then this is where Shedeur tries to throw it up. And I think he just wasn't trying to throw them into each other personally. But yeah, I think people are talking about the wrong thing, or only part of the picture. It's not about this moment, throwable ball or not. That wasn't even the goddamn play. The play was supposed to be here where he was open, but Shedeur, I don't know why he just looked away at that moment. He probably just didn't think that it was going to be there. But then again, if that's the play design, then why look away if that's your first read? You know what I'm saying? That's probably where Jerry's coming from. Now, if we look at the end zone view, first of all, looking at the pass pro, it looks like, at first it looked like a 4-man slide to the right, and the left tackle's mano-a-mano along with the tight end. But the more I look at it, it looks like mano-a-mano left tackle and left guard. And the left guard was just looking for his assignment, whether it was number 1, number 0, as far as how far you are from the mic. But then the 3 linemen on the right look to be in a slide pro because they're basically blocking a gap. But the left tackle, left guard look to be manned up with their block, like 75. Even when his guy moves, he moves with his guy. So that tells me he's manned up with his block. So let's talk about the telestration. So Shedeur at the drop, his eyes once again are looking to the right. His first read is over there. But look at this, 75, the guy he's blocking, whatever number he is, the white jersey, he's looking at Shedeur. He's reading Shedeur's eyes right here. So he wants to bat the goddamn ball down. He gets off of his rush, and look at him try to get to where Shedeur was looking. And how do I know that? Because when Shedeur looks left, he stops and he tries to go left now. See? And then this is where Shedeur looks back to, I guess that's Jeudy. So here's what would have made this pass hard. If he stared down Jerry, and the way white jersey got off and tried to bat the ball down, if he'd have thrown it, he would have had like a really good chance of trying to at least bat the ball down. And here he looked away. I don't know if he looked away to give Jeudy more space, to try to get everyone to flow to the left to give Jerry more space, or if he just looked left because the number 2 read was there. I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of weird for your read to progress like that, because usually it'd be like one side read, or it would be like high to low, or it'd be like number 1, number 2, and number 3 kind of flow consistently from left to right or right to left or something like that. For the progression to be the right to the far left, back, third read to the far right again, I think would be kind of insane. So I don't understand what's going on as far as that's concerned. So it just makes me feel like maybe Shedeur was trying to look off the dude. I don't know. But either way, I don't think he would have had to, because he would have had the space if he stuck with his read to just squeeze it in, just squeeze it right in there. But regardless, he doesn't do that. He looks away, he looks back. There's not really a way to lead him in this moment as far as zipping it into him. So he has to put it over the top. And he could have made something out of nothing. It's just, you know, they weren't completely on the same page. So I think the argument, you could see where both sides is coming from. Jerry's probably thinking plan A was working the whole time. Shedeur's probably thinking like, you know, I saw 47 and then I saw this linebacker, so I was trying to look him off to get you open. And basically, I think it's a healthy argument. Now, it's not an argument that had to happen. You could have simply just talked about it. But as far as arguments happening, this is your run-of-the-mill argument. But yeah, I didn't see any breakdown on this actual play. So I just want to give my 2 cents and keeping it a buck on what I'm certain of versus what I'm not so certain of. And I think as of a few minutes ago, somebody else just released film breakdown on this. So turns out I'm probably not going to be the first one to tap into this. But as the consumer, you guys, that's a good thing because you can get multiple perspectives, try to see what's really going on. But either way, I wouldn't trip too much. People argue. The QB receivers still getting to know each other. I'd love to know if they're spending extra time together, looking at film together, maybe throwing a little extra before and after practice. I don't know. But I honestly feel like if they stick with Shedeur, he's probably just going to get better and better throughout the season. There's probably going to be a game or two where teams are able to scheme and prepare for him pretty well and give him a lot of trouble. But I think Shedeur's going to keep growing beyond that point. But anyway, other than that, I hope you have a good day. I'm getting over like a 2-day headache. Hope you take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. Peace.